When Sean Strickland lost to Dricus du Plessis the second time, I said the exact words to my roommate. I said, what really sucks about this is Sean Strickland's probably never going to be the champion again. Because the way I was figuring, I was like, du Plessis just edged him out twice. Khamzat's looking unstoppable. So it looks like he just has probably a few, maybe 4 years at the most, of being third best, playing third fiddle. But here we are. Sean Strickland's the champion. And as it pertains to whether or not Khamzat Chimaev missed weight, I don't know the story behind that because I don't care. It's so dumb. It doesn't matter what you weigh, per se. It doesn't matter. What matters is what the commissioner says you weigh. If the commissioner says you're 185 pounds, you're 185 pounds. Okay. It's a whole lot like, or almost just like, the situation almost 14 years ago when Roy Nelson was coaching on The Ultimate Fighter and Shane Carwin's guy stepped on the scale, and at least in Roy Nelson's eyes it appeared that the commissioner just simply said he weighed 170 and didn't make sure that he actually weighed 170. It doesn't matter. Once Keith Kaiser, back then it was Keith Kaiser, he was running the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Once he says you weigh whatever the fuck you weigh, that's what you weigh. People get too bent out of shape about shit that don't matter. If the commissioner says you're what you weigh, that's what you weigh. But I'm here to tell you that Sean Strickland is the middleweight GOAT. I ain't trying to hear about Anderson Silva. I'm not trying to hear about Israel Adesanya. You know who beat Israel Adesanya? Sean Strickland. You know who Israel Adesanya beat? Anderson Silva. You know who Anderson Silva beat? Chael Sonnen, the baddest man on the planet, gangster from Westland, Oregon. You know who Chael Sonnen beat? Michael Bisping. You know who Michael Bisping beat? Anderson Silva. You know what I'm saying? You know who beat Anderson Silva? Uriah Hall. You know who Sean Strickland beat? Uriah Hall. It goes full circle. You know what I'm saying? You know who Anderson Silva beat? Dan Henderson. You know who Dan Henderson beat? Anderson Silva. You know who beat Anderson Silva? Fucking Israel Adesanya. You know who beat Israel Adesanya? Sean Strickland. I'm not trying to hear about achievement. I'm not trying to hear about title defenses. I'm not trying to hear about title fights. Look, if I have sex with 27 fat chicks, because I will, if I do that, and my roommate has sex with 3 dime pieces, because he will, who's the better coxman? Who's got better accolades? Me or my roommate? I would argue me. You know what I'm saying? Whole lot. So if I eat X amount, if I eat 13 grain-fed ribeyes, and my roommate eats 4 grass-fed ribeyes, who ate more ribeyes? I did. Who cares if the cows he ate led a healthier lifestyle and probably were just overall happier animals? I still ate more ribeyes. It don't matter that the chicks my roommate got with are hotter than the chicks I got with, because I got more chicks. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't matter about Sean Strickland 2 title fights when Anderson Silva had a bunch, like 10, 11, depending on if you count when Travis Lutter missed weight. Because back then, if you missed weight, if the challenger or whoever like missed weight, It's flat out wasn't a title fight. Now it's like it's not a title fight for the guy that missed weight, but it is for the guy who made it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? People get too hung up on achievement. I ain't trying to hear about what did Israel Adesanya defend the title like 5, 6 times or 4 to 6 times. I forget. I ain't trying to hear about that. I'm trying to hear about Sean Strickland beating Israel Adesanya. I'm trying to hear about Sean Strickland beating Khamzat Chimaev when nobody thought he was going to do either thing. I'm pretty sure Sean Strickland has the most strikes landed in middleweight history. I think. Don't quote me. I don't know if that's true, but it seems like something that could be true. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can hold off on this Sean Strickland being the GOAT situation. I can hold off on it. But if he defends the title a couple times, I ain't trying to hear shit about Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva didn't beat nobody. Vitor Belfort? Okay. Yushin Okami? Alright. Nate Marquardt? Whatever. Rich Franklin? I don't care. Dan Henderson? Who cares? He did not beat Chael Sonnen. I ain't trying to hear nothing about he beat Chael Sonnen twice. I ain't trying to hear about that. What else is there? I'm trying to... Patrick Cote? I'm not trying to hear about that. Talis Slatus? Not worried about it. You know, I'd come closer to saying that Israel Adesanya is the GOAT, edging out Robert Whittaker twice, and knocking out Paulo Costa, hurting on Marvin Vittori, Cannonier, Yoel Romero. That's way more impressive than what Anderson Silva did. The thing about what... Ain't nobody beat Khamzat Chimaev, Khamzat Chimichurri. Ain't nobody done that but Sean Strickland. Not on the wrestling mat in recent times. Sure, he might have lost a match when he was a kid. I'd like to know when it was the last time Khamzat Chimaev lost a damn physical contest. I don't think he has. The only person that's bested him in a battle of bodies is Sean Strickland. So that's all I have on that. Sean Strickland is the middleweight GOAT.